Massive sea monsters caught on camera. The ocean is the largest place on Earth, and it still holds more secrets than any other environment. More than half of our planet is covered in deep, dark water that humans have barely explored. Most of the world beneath the waves remains unknown, cold, silent, and unreachable. But sometimes, something huge rises from below and surprises the people who witness it. Some of these creatures are so large and strange that they look like monsters from old stories, even though every one of them is completely real. This long story takes you through the world of the biggest, most surprising sea creatures that humans have ever seen with their own eyes. These are not myths, not legends, and not exaggerated tales. They are real animals proven by science, but their size and behavior make them feel mysterious, powerful, and almost unbelievable. The giant squid, a true deep-sea legend. For hundreds of years, sailors talked about a long-armed creature that lived in deep water and sometimes rose to the surface. They described huge tentacles, enormous eyes, and a body so long that it looked like something from another world. Most people thought these were only stories, but the stories were based on something real. The giant squid is one of the deepest living animals on the planet. It can grow more than 40 feet long, from the top of its body to the tips of its longest arms. Its eyes are enormous, the biggest of any living creature, allowing it to see in near total darkness. It lives thousands of feet below the surface, where sunlight never reaches. For a long time, people only discovered giant squids when they washed up on beaches or were found tangled in fishing gear. Even then, the creatures looked mysterious, because their bodies were often damaged and stretched by water pressure. But slowly, scientists began learning more about them. They realized that these animals were shy, fast, and powerful. They stay far below the surface, hiding in deep cold water. Every time humans managed to see one alive, even for a moment, it felt like meeting a real sea monster. The colossal squid, even larger and stronger. If the giant squid seems impressive, the colossal squid is even more shocking. It is the heaviest squid on Earth, and lives in the freezing waters near Antarctica. Unlike the giant squid, the colossal squid has thick arms, sharp hooks, and a much heavier body. Some can weigh nearly 1,000 pounds, making them true titans of the deep. Fishing boats working in the Southern Ocean have occasionally encountered colossal squids that grabbed large fish being pulled out of the water. People on those boats described seeing powerful, dark shapes rising from the depths with long arms wrapped around their catch. The most complete colossal squid ever brought up from deep water appeared in 2007. When people on the vessel saw the massive creature up close, they were shocked by its size and strength. Scientists measured its eyes, its beak, and its hooks, confirming that this species is even more fearsome than its giant squid cousin. Because the Antarctic deep sea is extremely difficult to reach, humans still know very little about the colossal squid. But every time one rises near the surface, it reminds us that enormous creatures still swim far below where humans can normally go. The oarfish, the real sea serpent. The oarfish is one of the strangest animals ever seen in open water. It is long, thin, and silver, with a bright red crest along its head. It can grow more than 30 feet long, making it the longest bony fish on Earth. Because of its shape and motion, many people believe oarfish sightings inspired old stories of sea serpents. Oarfish live very deep underwater, but sometimes they drift upward after storms, sickness, or changes in ocean conditions. People who see them near beaches often feel shocked. An oarfish moves slowly, almost like a ribbon floating through the water. Its long body waves back and forth in a smooth, snake-like motion. Several times in Japan, the Philippines, and the United States, oarfish have been spotted near the surface, creating excitement and curiosity. The first time most people see an oarfish in real life, they often cannot believe it is a real animal. Its long, shiny body and unusual face make it look unreal, but it is completely natural, a creature shaped by life in the deep. The whale shark, the biggest fish alive. The whale shark is the largest fish in the world. Some individuals grow more than 40 feet long. Despite its size, it is peaceful and gentle. Whale sharks swim slowly, with wide mouths open to filter tiny plankton from the water. Their spotted skin pattern glows softly in sunlight, making them look almost magical as they move. People who encounter whale sharks at sea often describe feeling small, calm, and amazed. Boats that come near them look tiny in comparison. Divers who swim beside them see a creature that moves with complete confidence and grace, unaffected by the presence of humans. Whale sharks often appear in warm waters near places like Mexico, the Philippines, and Australia. When one passes by a boat or swims beneath the surface, it feels like seeing a living giant. A peaceful giant that carries the mystery of the deep sea wherever it goes. The basking shark. A giant with a wide, open mouth. The basking shark is the second largest fish in the world. It can grow more than 30 feet long. What makes this shark shocking is its feeding behavior. It swims with its mouth wide open, letting huge amounts of water flow inside so it can filter tiny plankton. Its mouth can look large enough to swallow a person, even though it eats only tiny creatures. People who see a basking shark near the surface often feel both fear and fascination. The shark's long dorsal fin, huge gills, and slow movements make it look ancient and powerful. Though completely harmless, its size alone makes it seem like something from a prehistoric time. The frilled shark, a living fossil. The frilled shark is one of the oldest species still living today. It has existed for millions of years, without changing very much. Its long, eel-like body and its strange, frilled gills make it look like a creature from the past. Its mouth is filled with many rows of thin, needle-like teeth that point inward. Because it lives in dark, deep places far below the surface, people rarely see it. When one rises into shallower water, it often surprises anyone who happens to be nearby. Its movement is slow and stiff, almost like a snake swimming with its head held forward. Even though it is not dangerous to people, its ancient appearance can be unsettling. Seeing a frilled shark reminds us how old the ocean really is. Many of its creatures have been around far longer than humans and continue to survive in places where light never reaches. The megamouth shark, a deep-sea mystery. The megamouth shark was unknown to science until 1976. Before that year, no one even imagined that such a large, soft-bodied shark existed. A megamouth can reach 18 feet in length. Its head is huge and rounded, and its mouth is wide, used for catching plankton in deep water. People who have seen megamouth sharks up close often describe them as gentle giants with calm behavior. Their dark skin and glowing mouth tissue give them a strange, almost otherworldly appearance. Only a small number of megamouth sharks have ever been seen by humans. Most were caught accidentally by fishermen or noticed drifting near the surface. Scientists still know very little about where these sharks travel, how they reproduce, or how deep they normally live. Every new sighting adds knowledge about a species that is still mostly a mystery. The sperm whale, the deep-sea hunter. The sperm whale is the largest toothed predator alive today. Males can grow over 50 feet long. They dive thousands of feet into darkness to hunt giant squid. Their heads are enormous and filled with powerful sound structures that help them find prey. The clicking sounds they produce are the loudest sounds made by any animal on Earth. Sailors throughout history told stories of huge whales surfacing suddenly beside their ships, creating waves strong enough to rock entire vessels. When a sperm whale breaks the surface, its size is overwhelming. Its head alone can be longer than a car. The blow from its breath shoots high into the air. Despite being skilled hunters in the deep sea, sperm whales are gentle around humans and often show curiosity when approaching boats. Seeing a sperm whale reminds people why old tales describe them as mighty creatures of the deep. They are powerful, intelligent, and perfectly adapted to life in a world of complete darkness. The blue whale, the biggest creature ever to live. The blue whale is the largest animal known in the history of our planet. Some reach nearly 100 feet in length. No dinosaur was ever bigger. When a blue whale rises to the surface, its back seems to stretch endlessly across the water. Its heartbeat can be heard from miles away underwater, and its calls travel farther than the sound of any other creature. People who have seen blue whales in real life often describe it as a once-in-a-lifetime moment. The size alone changes your perspective on the world. When a blue whale swims beside a boat, the humans on board look smaller than insects. The whale moves slowly, calmly, and with complete control, as if nothing in the ocean could challenge it. Even though it is the largest creature to ever live, the blue whale eats tiny krill. It opens its mouth wide to take in huge amounts of water, then pushes the water out while trapping the krill inside. Seeing a blue whale feeding feels almost unreal, because such a massive animal survives on the smallest creatures. The giant manta ray, the ocean's flying spirit. Giant manta rays move like enormous birds under the water. Their wings can stretch more than 20 feet across. They glide gracefully using slow, powerful motions that look like flying. People who meet manta rays in open water often feel peaceful because these animals show no fear or aggression. They sometimes approach groups of smaller fish that clean their skin, hovering calmly while the tiny fish work. The giant manta ray's shape makes it look like a huge shadow passing beneath swimmers. When it turns or lifts one wing higher, it resembles a flying creature drifting through blue space. Its gentle nature, combined with its vast size, creates a magical moment for anyone who has ever been close to one. The true giants of the ocean do not need imagination or legends. They are alive today, moving through the deep like shadows from another time. Giant squids, colossal squids, whale sharks, basking sharks, frilled sharks, megamouth sharks, sperm whales, blue whales, oarfish, and giant manta rays all show us that the ocean still holds surprises larger than anything humans expected. These creatures pull people into a world where mystery still exists. Every time someone sees one of these massive animals rise from the depths, it feels like the ocean is revealing a small piece of its ancient secrets. And because most of the deep sea remains unexplored, there may be even bigger and stranger creatures still waiting far below the surface.